Hello everyone. Today we will do chapter Why Do We Fall Ill, which is chapter number 13 in ninth class NCERT science book. In today's video we will learn about health, disease and reasons for diseases, mode of spread of diseases, their types and how to prevent diseases, how to do treatment or how to give treatment for a particular disease. This will be done in today's video. Let's start it. Health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. This definition is given by WHO, and we have to consider over here each and every parameter, that if we are physically healthy, physically fit, if we are mentally fit, we don't have any kind of psychological disorder, and we are socially well adjusted, then we can be said to be healthy. Now, what are the basic conditions for being healthy? Consumption of balanced or availability of balanced and nutritious diet is necessity for a good health. Then, personal and community hygiene. If you are able to take care of your hygiene, if you take a bath daily, do exercise, and even personal as well as community hygiene have to be considered, keep your surroundings clean also, then you are able to maintain good health. You have to keep your environment and surrounding clean for getting a good health. If you have healthy air and that air is pollution free, then you will get a good health. You have to do regular exercise, take proper rest, and good standard of living and economic status are these all are necessities for a good health. Here economic status means proper financial status of a person should be adequate, that so that that person should sustain proper life living conditions to their family, should provide proper balanced diet so that their kids or the whole family get a balanced diet so that good health can be maintained. Now, what is disease? Disease is a condition when the body is not at ease, it is not comfortable, and when there is disease there will be appearance of one or more symptoms in the body. We may feel rise in temperature, we may face headache, stomach ache, body ache, and certain symptoms which are not considered to be normal. So that indicates disease condition. Now, what is the difference between being healthy and being disease free? Being healthy is a condition or a state where we are physically, mentally and socially fit, and being disease free is a state of complete absence of disease. Being healthy means individual, physical and social environment. Individual environment means your personal environment. Physical means your physical body, and here individual is mental body, and social environment is your surroundings. And being disease free refers to only the individual, कि वो individual कैसा feel कर रहा है अपनी body को लेकर, अपनी health को लेकर, तो that is being disease free. Then the individual may have good health, but the individual may have good health or poor health over here. Now, types of diseases. There are number of type of diseases. We can classify diseases on two parameters. One is on the basis of duration, another is on the basis of their spread. On the basis of duration, we can classify diseases as acute and chronic. On the basis of their mode of spread, we can classify as them infectious and non-infectious, or we can classify them on the basis of their cause as bacterial diseases, viral diseases, fungal diseases or vector-borne diseases. So let's start the first type, that is based on the duration. Based on the duration, disease is acute or chronic. Acute disease is a disease which lasts for the short duration of time. सपोज आपके बेटे सिर में दर्द होता है, तो वो सिर दर्द ये तो नहीं है कि कुछ महीनों चलता रह रहा है, कुछ हफ्तों चलता रह रहा है, मे बी फॉर फ्यू आवर्स, मे बी फॉर फुल डे. तो हेडेक और कॉमन कोल्ड, दैट इज अ acute disease. But if it lasts for long time, then it is known as chronic disease. For example, TB, tuberculosis, polio, diabetes. These are the chronic diseases. Next, cause of diseases, that why a person get disease or why the body suffer from disease. The causes are immediate ones or the contribute ones. Contributory and immediate ones are the types or main causes of the diseases. Immediate cause is the cause where the organism responsible for causing disease directly enter into the body. For example, a virus, it may be a virus, bacteria, protozoan, or fungal, or any other material like helminthic diseases are there, so that may be a helminth. So that are the immediate causes in which organism enter into your body. But the contributory causes are those causes where the organism itself is not entering. It is the secondary factors which help these organisms to enter our body. For example, dirty water, if you consume unclean water, unclear or unhygienic surroundings are there, or if you consume contaminated food, through that food, if bacteria enter into your body through improper nourishment, if you consume malnourished food, or poverty, poor standard of living, these are the secondary factors which are contributing to a disease. And here the organism is entering because is getting entry into the body of an organism or into the person body because of the surroundings or because of the environment. Now disease may be infectious and non-infectious. We can keep it under the category of causes as well as types. So infectious diseases or infectious causes, the diseases where microbes are immediate cause of the infectious disease, and this disease spread from infected person to the healthy person. Whereas non-infectious diseases or non-infectious causes where the disease do not spread in community, it remain internal, it remain as such inside the organism. For example, cancer is a non-communicable or the non-infectious disease. Then any kind of genetic disease is there, if that disease can't spread to other person who are coming in contact of the genetically disorder organism, it can be inherited to the next generation only, from the parents to the offspring. Then high BP, that is high blood pressure, it is again a non-infectious or non-communicable disease. Now infectious diseases, they are also known as communicable diseases. Here the disease causing organism get entry into the body of host organism and use host machinery to cell machinery to multiply and to reproduce. Now what is the mode of transmission of infectious diseases? These diseases can spread through air, through contaminated food and water, by physical contact, and through body fluids. By air, airborne diseases are there, like bacteria, viruses are found in air and cause diseases like common cold, influenza, measles, and tuberculosis. Contaminated food and water is due to the unhygienic or unclean surroundings, and if you consume that contaminated food, that the microorganism get entry into your body, like bacteria or viruses or worms can enter the body and cause diseases. The example of diseases which occur due to the consumption of contaminated food and water are cholera, typhoid, and hepatitis. Next is through physical contact. Many diseases spread by contact of infected person with the healthy person, and these include fungal infection, scabies, rabies, and AIDS and syphilis. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Syphilis, it is a sexually transmitted diseases. These are AIDS and syphilis are the sexually transmitted diseases. Whereas fungal disease, if you suppose a person is suffering from fungal disease and you use towel of that infected person, or use article or share articles with that person, use comb of that person, you may get fungal infection. Then through body fluids, if infected blood or semen or mother milk, if it is infected, it may cause disease to the healthy person. Now diseases like Now, diseases like acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, which is AIDS, it is a viral disease and sexually transmitted disease, whereas uh, syphilis, it is a bacterial disease and again it is a sexually transmitted disease. AIDS having full form acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and the causing agent of it is a virus which is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. It can spread by means like blood to blood contact with the infected person, by use of syringes in hospitals, by use of personal belongings like razor or toothbrush. How a healthy person get infected? A healthy person can get infected through direct contact or through indirect contact, by unhygienic food or surroundings or water, consumption of infected water, then contaminated water, then by insects and animals. Here a infected person is shown. If a healthy person shake hand, come in physical contact of the infected person, that will become infected. Here a diagram is depicted in which a person is sneezing and the air droplets are coming out of the mouth of that during sneezing, and these air droplets will spread in air and healthy person inhale it and then may become infected. If a healthy person share articles like towel, soap, clothes or any eating material, the healthy person will become infected. If a healthy person consume unhygienic food, contaminated water and food, that may become infected. Insect bite like rabid dog, then female mosquito and housefly. These are the carrier of diseases. They make the food contaminated. Housefly make the food contaminated. Female mosquito responsible for causing malaria, dengue and chikungunya. Rabid animal cause rabies. So these are certain modes of infection. Here a diagram is shown where the vaccination program is shown, that by vaccination we can protect a healthy person or from the diseases. You must have seen vaccination chart of a newborn baby in which number of vaccines are shown to you and age group is written there, that at which age the person or the baby will be vaccinated, and this vaccination protect the baby from the diseases. Now this is a table where the cause of infection and the disease is given. If bacteria is the cause of infection, bacteria can cause number of diseases like tuberculosis, tetanus, typhoid and cholera. Viruses can cause AIDS, polio, chickenpox, rabies, measles. Fungi, they can cause skin disease, food poisoning. Protozoans cause malaria, amoeboisis and kala azar. Worm, जिसमें बेटे मैंने helminth बोला था, that cause filariasis, which is also known as elephantiasis. Now, non-infectious diseases, the diseases which are caused by means other than the microbes are known as non-infectious diseases, and these are mainly caused by internal means like personal hygiene, environmental factors or genetic disorders. Here personal hygiene spelling is wrong, NAL will be there. Then for example cancer, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, chronic lung disease, these are the non-infectious diseases. Then as these are not caused by microbes, they don't spread from the infected person to the healthy person. But यहाँ आपने एक चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है, sometimes cancer may take place due to the virus also. Viral oncogenes enter the body and may cause cancer. But it may be infectious or may not be. It depends on the type of the cancer. Now, how to prevent the spread of diseases? How can we stay healthy? How can we protect ourselves from the diseases? Spread of diseases from infected host to the healthy host can be prevented by being aware, by following hygienic practices. We can prevent airborne, vector-borne and waterborne, foodborne diseases by number of means. If there is any airborne disease, we can protect ourselves by avoiding exposure to crowded area and by using mask to cover nose and mouth while going out. These days, you are well aware of this mask. Because of COVID-19, we used to wear it daily. On daily basis, we used to wear it, and it protect us from the infection. How it protect us? If we wear mask, that virus which is responsible for causing coronavirus, which is responsible for causing disease, may not get entry into our body, and we are give, suggested to use certain other ways like wash your hands regularly, and don't touch your face, eyes and mouth, and so on. Now coming to the next slide, which is the prevention of water and waterborne diseases. Now waterborne diseases. If we consume contaminated water, we may suffer from the waterborne diseases, and we can protect ourselves by consuming water which is free from the germs. And we can at home make the water free from germs by boiling it. If we use disinfectant like chlorine is used to kill the microbes in the water get disinfected and become free of germs. We can use water filtration equipments like aquaguards are available, ROs are available in the market, and by using this we can purify water and consume that purified water. Now how can we prevent vector-borne diseases? If certain diseases are vector borne, what are vectors? Vectors are the carriers of diseases. Suppose you must have heard about dengue and malaria. In actually its pronunciation is dengue, but हिंदी में बेटे इसे डेंगू कहते हैं. तो डेंगू और मलेरिया, these are the mosquito borne diseases. Mosquito vector है इसका. In actual, dengue is a viral disease and malaria is a protozoan disease. मलेरिया कॉज करने के लिए जो प्रोटोजोन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है दैट इज प्लाज्मोडियम, और फीमेल एनोफिलीज मॉस्किटो इज द कैरियर ऑफ दैट प्लाज्मोडियम. वो जब आपकी बॉडी पे बाइट करती है तो उसके स्लाइवा के थ्रू वो जो प्लाज्मोडियम प्रोटोजोन है दैट गेन एंट्री इनटू योर बॉडी. नाउ इफ यू हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट योरसेल्फ, there are two principles involved. If you have to save yourself, protect yourself from the disease, there are two principles. One is principle of prevention, other one is principle of treatment. Principle of prevention, आपने ये बेटे सुना होगा, prevention is better than cure. तो अपने आप को preventive exposure से prevent कीजिए, अपने आप को बचाइए exposure से. एंड द अदर वन इज़ प्रिंसिपल ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट, कि अगर आपको डिज़ीज़ हो गई है तो उस डिज़ीज़ के इफ़ेक्ट को कैसे रिड्यूस करना है, कैसे डिज़ीज़ कॉजिंग एजेंट को किल करना है, और क्या मेथड हमने यूज़ करने हैं. नाउ स्टार्टिंग इट, जनरल वेज ऑफ प्रिवेंशन. हमने अपने आप को कैसे प्रिवेंट करना है फ्रॉम द एक्सपोजर. तो अगर तो डिज़ीज़ एयरबोर्न है देन वी हैव टू अवॉइड विजिटिंग द पब्लिक एरियाज, और वी हैव टू गो पब्लिक एरियाज. कौन से पब्लिक एरियाज को अवॉइड करना है? विच आर वेयर द सराउंडिंग्स आर नॉट क्लीन, विच आर अनहाइजीनिक. कवर योर नोज एंड माउथ वाइल कफिंग. Then for preventing exposure to waterborne diseases, drink clean and boiled drinking water. This is wrong. Drinking water will be there. Then for vector-borne diseases, you have to keep your surrounding clean and don't keep any puddle of water opening into in the surroundings, as it will act as a breeding ground for the mosquitoes. Mosquito larva will rear there and will spread infection or will spread malaria or dengue or chikungunya, etc. Then self-immune system. Self-immune system is each and everyone has an immune system. What is that immune system? As the foreign particle, that foreign particle may be the dust, maybe the germ, bacteria, virus, protozoan, or maybe anything from the outer world. If it enters into your body, that foreign particle is known as antigen, and that your body in response to this antigen will display a immune response. What is that immune response? बॉडी आपकी बेटे उस एंटीजन के अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडीज बनाएगी, उसको मारने की कोशिश करेगी, उसको डिस्कार्ड करने की कोशिश करेगी, उसको किल करने की कोशिश करेगी. तो दैट इज योर इम्यून सिस्टम. Now availability of proper and sufficient food for everyone. These are general ways. Now, what are the specific ways? Specific ways to treat diseases is to reduce the effect of disease, to inhibit the growth or to kill the disease causing microbe. अब हमने रिड्यूस कैसे करने हैं डिजीज़ के इफ़ेक्ट? अगर आपकी बॉडी में फीवर हो रहा है, पेन हो रही है, तो दीज आर द सिम्टम्स कि आपकी बॉडी जो है दैट इज़ fighting against the disease. And with adequate rest, you have to conserve energy, you have to do adequate rest. You can take medicines like antipyretics which reduce the fever, or anti-inflammatory drugs you consume at that time. आपकी बॉडी की पेन रिड्यूस हो जाए, ऐसी ड्रग्स आप मेडिसिन लेते हैं. बट अदरवाइज बाय यूजिंग एंटीबायोटिक्स, कई बार आपको इन्फेक्शन होता है, स्टमक इन्फेक्शन है, तो डॉक्टर कहता है कि ये एंटीबायोटिक भी साथ में देता है. तो वो एंटीबायोटिक क्या है? और या फिर हम एक और मेथड है दैट इज़ बाय वैक्सीनेशन. इन दो मेथड्स को अभी हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में बड़ी डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. Now what are antibiotics? Here the diagram is depicted where a person is controlling or displaying a posture where the virus is going to attack the person body and the person immune system is counteracting it. And the other diagram, how can we protect ourselves? By consuming drugs, by taking medicines, by vaccination. If we are not healthy, then we have to take the medicine only. These are the certain ways to protect our body. Now each kind of disease is caused by a microbe like virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoan, and they have their own unique biochemical processes or biochemical pathways. And the life process of one organism is not shared by the other one. Viruses का अलग biochemical pathway है, बैक्टीरिया का अलग biochemical pathway है. तो हम एंटीबायोटिक से बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शंस को ट्रीट कर सकते हैं, वायरल इन्फेक्शंस को ट्रीट नहीं कर सकते. नाउ व्हाट आर एंटीबायोटिक्स? दीज आर द मेडिसिन्स. बैक्टीरिया से ही बनाई गई मेडिसिन्स है, माइक्रोब्स को ही यूज़ करके बनाई गई ये मेडिसिन्स है, बट दीज आर यूज टू किल और इनहिबिट द ग्रोथ ऑफ डिजीज कॉजिंग माइक्रोब्स. And these are effective against bacteria because bacteria have fixed biochemical pathway. They block the biochemical process of bacteria, और बैक्टीरिया जिस बायोकेमिकल पाथवे से अपनी सेल वॉल बनाता है, अपने आप को बचा कर रखता है, उस पाथवे को ये डिस्टर्ब कर देती है एंटीबायोटिक्स, ड्यू टू विच बैक्टीरिया विल डाई. बट वायरसेस के अगेंस्ट एंटीबायोटिक्स नहीं है बिकॉज वायरसेस डोंट हैव फिक्स्ड बायोकेमिकल pathway. Now, therefore, we don't give antibiotics to cure viral diseases. But there are certain antiviral drugs which are available in the market, and this is HIV infection के against में there are certain antiviral drugs which are available. Now, specialized cell called immune cells of the body. They fight against diseases by killing the microbes, and these immune cells जिन्हें क्या बनाते हैं immune cells? Antibodies बनाते हैं. एंड इफ़ दे विन द फाइट, अगर वो एंटीजन हमारी बॉडी में गया विच इज़ द फॉरेन पार्टिकल, हमारी बॉडी एंटीबॉडी बनाएगी, एंटीबॉडी उस एंटीजन से फाइट करेगी. अगर एंटीबॉडी बेटे फाइट कर पाएगी, हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम जीत जाएगा, तो हमें बीमारी नहीं होगी. बट अगर हमारी एंटीबॉडी इतनी कैपेबल नहीं है, एंटीजन ज़्यादा ताकतवर है, ज़्यादा पावरफुल है, देन वी मे फॉल सिक. सेल रिमेंबर्स, और जो हमारी बॉडी के सेल्स हैं वो इस चीज़ को याद कर लेते हैं कि हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड अगेंस्ट अ स्पेसिफिक माइक्रोब. जैसे यहाँ मैं हमेशा बच्चों को एग्जांपल देती हूँ कि सपोज़ आप एक रास्ते से जा रहे हैं, रास्ते में एक खड्डा था, आप उसमें गिर गए, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम उसी रास्ते पे जाते हुए कि आप दोबारा उसमें गिरेंगे? द आंसर इज़ नो. क्यों नहीं गिरेंगे? क्योंकि आपके ब्रेन में कैपेसिटी है एक मेमोरी बनाने की कि यहाँ मुझे एक बार चोट लगी थी, तो हाउ टू protect ourselves from that again by again falling in that particular situations. तो वो उसी तरह से हमारी बॉडी रिएक्ट करती है. एक बार कोई माइक्रोब आपकी बॉडी में एंटर कर गया और आपकी बॉडी ने इम्यूनिटी बना ली, तो दोबारा से वो माइक्रोब आपकी बॉडी में जब जाएगा तो ज़रूरी नहीं आप उतने बीमार होगे जितने आप फर्स्ट टाइम पे हुए थे, बिकॉज आपकी बॉडी के पास मेमोरी है, मेमोरी सेल्स हैं. तो इस वक्त आपकी बॉडी बढ़ा चढ़ाकर वीगर रिस्पॉन्स दिखाएगी और जल्दी से जल्दी, ज़्यादा स्पीड से, ज़्यादा फास्टली उस डिजीज़ कॉजिंग माइक्रोब को, उस इन्फेक्शन को एलिमिनेट कर देगी. नाउ व्हाट इज़ वैक्सीनेशन? वैक्सीनेशन, आपने बच्चों का एक वैक्सीनेशन चार्ट देखा होगा। वैक्सीनेशन क्या है? इट रिजेंबल द डिजीज कॉजिंग। वैक्सीन में हम माइक्रोब को ही यूज़ करते हैं, डिजीज कॉजिंग माइक्रोब को, या उसको वीक बना दिया जाता है या उसको किल कर दिया जाता है उस जर्म को, और ये वैक्सीन की फॉर्म में बॉडी के अंदर इंसर्ट किया जाता है, इंजेक्ट किया जाता है, और हमारी बॉडी उस वीक माइक्रोब से लड़ती है। जब वो वीक माइक्रोब से लड़ती है, और क्या बनाएगी बॉडी? एंटीबॉडीज़, और उससे लड़कर एक इम्यूनिटी, एक मेमोरी सेल बना लेगी। अब नेक्स्ट टाइम जब इन एक्चुअल वायरस आएगा तो आपकी बॉडी में एक मेमोरी है हाउ टू फाइट अगेंस्ट इट। और कई वैक्सीन प्रोग्राम में आपने, वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम में आपने देखा होगा कि फर्स्ट डोज, सेकेंड डोज और बूस्टर डोज लिखा होता है। इसका क्या मतलब है कि फर्स्ट डोज बहुत ही माइल्ड डोज होगी, मतलब जो जर्म्स हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा वीक है, हो सकता है किल्ड ही हूँ। देन सेकेंड डोज उससे थोड़ी ज़्यादा पोटेंसी की होगी, मतलब थोड़ी ज़्यादा ताकतवर माइक्रो, और जो बूस्टर डोज होगी वो उससे ज़्यादा पोटेंसी की होगी। और धीरे ये स्टेप वाइज आपकी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी को बूस्ट अप करेगी और आपकी बॉडी मेमोरी बना लेगी। और वैक्सीनेशन, कौन कौन से वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम्स हैं और कौन कौन सी डिजीज़ के अगेंस्ट वैक्सीनेशन दी जाती है? दैट इज़ टेटनस, डिप्थीरिया, होपिंग कफ, मीजल्स, पोलियो, चिकन पॉक्स। आपने सुना होगा BCG, that is Bacillus calmette-guerin vaccine, and then DPT, that is diphtheria, tetanus and pertussis। इनके अगेंस्ट वैक्सीन्स बनी हुई हैं, ये बच्चों के वैक्सीनेशन चार्ट में गिवन होती हैं। हेपेटाइटिस की वैक्सीन लगती है, चिकन पॉक्स की वैक्सीन है, पोलियो, OPV, ओरल पोलियो वैक्सीन, जो पोलियो ड्रॉप्स पिलाई जाती हैं, दैट इज़ OPV। और अगर वैक्सीन की फॉर्म में इंजेक्ट की जाए बॉडी में तो दैट इज़ इंजेक्शन के थ्रू जो वैक्सीन दी जाती है पोलियो की, दैट इज़ साक वैक्सीन, SALK, साक वैक्सीन। Now the microbes injected into the body through vaccination are the dead or the weak microbes and does not affect the body, and our immune system is able to manage or fight against them. At the same time, immune system also recognize the microbe and the ways to fight it back. When the same microbes comes to affect the body next time, then our immune system recognize it, fight back, and thus prevent us from getting sick. In this diagram, vaccination program is shown that how a child is getting vaccine from the medical practitioner. That's all about this chapter. Let's recapitulate that what we have done. We have learned about health. Health is a state of complete physical, social and mental well-being. Then disease, if the body is not at ease or at comfort, then we can say there is certain kind of disease in the body. Then type of diseases we have done: infectious, non-infectious, and on the mode of spread: bacterial, viral, protozoan or helminthic diseases or fungal diseases, and on the mode of their duration, on the basis of their duration, they may be chronic or acute diseases. Acute diseases are of short duration diseases and chronic are the long duration diseases. Then how the diseases get spread: from the infected person, the diseases may spread to the healthy person by air, by physical contact, by contaminated food and water, by sharing articles, or by vectors like mosquito, housefly or insects, or by the bite of the rabid animal. Then how can we treat and prevent diseases? Prevention is better than cure, but if a person suffer from a disease, we have to give the treatment, and for that treatment we have to consult a doctor. We have to tell that what we are feeling about our body, and doctor will observe and then give the proper prescription for the treatment, like antibiotics may be given to you, antipyretics or anti-inflammatory drugs may be given to you according to the disease. Now what are antibiotics? These are the chemicals which are obtained from certain bacteria and are used to kill disease causing microbes. And there are no specific antibiotics are not they don't act against viruses, because Viruses don't have a fixed biochemical pathway, whereas antibiotics are given against bacterial infection because bacteria are unable to make their cell wall if there is a antibiotic in the body, and if they will not if they are unable to make the cell wall, they will can't survive. Then other way we have done, that is vaccination. Vaccination is the insertion of the weak germ or the killed germ into the body of an organism, into the body of a person, and the immune system of that person will fight against that weak germ and will make a memory, so that the next time when the strong microbe enter into the body has memory how to fight against it. So these are certain ways to protect ourselves from the diseases. That's all about it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.